All good?
Good to go?
Yeah, all good.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the Kell Brook media call. We are just over 4 weeks away from the fight that we've all been waiting for on February 19th. The plan is I'm going to ask Kell some questions and then we'll open it up to the media. Due to the immense interest in this fight, I'll be asking everybody to try and stick to one question. We're kind of all in this together because, you know, everyone needs to be on mute if possible and all of that, just to make sure that this runs as smoothly as possible. So I'll kick it off. Kel, how are preparations going? You're obviously out there in Fuerteventura. How's camp?
I'm over at moon with how camp's going. You know, this is probably the longest we've stayed out in one block. Normally on training camps out here, we'll do 2-week blocks and fly back. And then fly back over. But we will have been out here by six weeks by the time we're looking at going back. And I think that's been great for us, you know, because it's just that we've got a routine out here. We're all together. We're all in a villa. We're all just 1 minute away from the gym, you know, a couple of minutes away from the track. Everything, we know where everything is. We've been coming here that long, so we're just getting the hard work and the recovery, and you know, it's running smoothly as you know it can be.
This fight's been a long time coming, but I'm guessing the objective's always been the same. What does it take? What's it going to take to beat Amir Khan?
Well, it's going to take, you know, just me being 100%. You know, me being the best I can be, beats Amir Khan. You know, and I'm more than on target on achieving me 100%. So I'm excited, you know, to see the finished article of myself, you know, in February 19th.
It's quite a personal fight for you. How are the emotions building up to the fight?
That's a good question. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I can't just box them up, you know, because there's all them years of me and him not. This fight not happening. I don't know if you've seen, you know, when I won the world title in California, you know, the guy interviewed me. We're asking about Amir Khan as soon as I walked out and I won the world title, and I looked down the TV, the camera lens, and I said, you know, what else do you want me to do? I've just become world champion. You know, what's your excuse this time? You know, so it's not that I've been chasing. It's more about the sport I'm in. You know, and I wanna leave this sport with the biggest fights and the best fight for the fans. And I've achieved, you know, being in with a pound for pound best. I've become world champion, but I've never had a grudge match. I've never had that bad blood. You know, I've never had this kind of a fight, and I think that it will have ticked all the boxes what I need in my career. You know, and you know, it's going to be hard to put them to one side, but I've got to be, you know, I've had 40 something fights, and I've just got to, you know, use my experience, you know, from Brendan Ingle, from when I first walked into the Winkerbank gym at 9-year-old, you know, and just take it all in and just listen to his son Dominic Ingle, and just go over the game plan over and over in these weeks to build up for this fight, and just execute it the best way I can, you know, and try and tame them, you know, them emotions basically, and just go out there and deliver what I'm supposed to do.
As you just said, it's obviously 4 weeks out. You've achieved pretty much everything that there is to achieve in the sport. What would it mean to you to win this fight against Amir Khan?
Yeah, it mean everything to me, just because I can't. When I see people, I see fans. That's all they ask when you're fighting him. You know, and now they don't really say that anymore. They say, "How's training going?" Because they've got a date, February 19th, so they don't need to say when you're fighting him. You know the date now. So, you know, I think it'll mean absolutely. I think it'll be the best out of my career. You know, just because people can't split us, and you know, it's a fight that, you know, it's hard to split in the fans' eyes, but it'll mean absolutely everything to me. You know, being Khan.
Last one from me before I open up to the media. Why does Amir keep saying he's a level above?
He's saying that because of the deluded character, the deluded man. You know, he's believing the guys, the yes men behind him. You know, and he's believing, you he's believing, what they're saying basically. And he's in cuckoo land, and he's going to know real quick when that bell rings that he's in cuckoo land when I'm like chucking leather at him.
All right, I'm guessing there's a lot of people with questions. Matt, who are we going with first? You're on mute, Matt.
Sorry, right, just going through now. We're going to go Jonathan Pinfield.
Kel, why is this fight so personal for you? And what's the biggest advantage you think you've got over Amir?
I think, first of all, it's the respect there. He's never given me and he's never acknowledged me as a great fighter. He's never acknowledged me, but and we're the same way, I've always acknowledged him. I think that he's done great in his career, doing what he's done. I've never dissed him in that way. And so that, it's what it is to me. I'm competitive, and when someone says that they can beat me, and I think otherwise, I want to show everyone that, I'm the best. And I think that it's just dislike. I just don't like his face, basically. I don't like his face. Mate, honestly. And I'm looking forward to getting this fight. I'm just looking forward to it now.
All right, cheers. Next, we're going to go to Ben Thompson from FightHype. Ben, you on? No. All right, we'll move to Robert Harding.
Hi, Kel. Nice to see you looking so good out there. The weather looks a little bit better than over here. Rob Harding from The Undisputed. What strategy do you think Amir is going to bring to this fight? And how are you going to combat that strategy?
I'm just training for every different situation. I think that a top level fighter just adapt. He adapts. If I think that he's gonna go out a certain way, and it doesn't go out that way. Some fighters might fall to bits, but I just adapt. And as long as I'm 100%, which I am, I've got no problem. My worst thinking is competing against myself, and I know that if I'm 100%, I'm hard to be beat, basically, and I'm going to be turning up 100% for this fight. I'd be absolutely deluded like nuts if I weren't.
Do you think he's going to come and run or meet your ring centre from the off?
I think sometimes he might want to prove to the fans that that he can come in there and like he'd been saying, this deluded guy saying that he'd beat me with one hand before, and I'm levels and levels below him. So if he thinks that, I'm thinking, is he going to come out and try and get rid of me and think that he can fight with me? And then sometimes I think he's going to get on his bike and start running about and make it a stinker and not want to fight. So I've gone over and I go over and over and over it in my head. All right, this fight's going to pan out, and every time I'm going over it, I just see one winner, and that's me.
Right, next on to Boxing UK, Steve Bilton.
Hi, Kel. It's Steve from Boxing UK.
How you doing, mate?
Hi, Kel. Kel, we've spoken quite a few times in regards to Amir Khan, and you've always said that you've always wanted it and he's never wanted it. What do you think's changed now?
think he probably wants a big house in Dubai. I think he probably wants a big house in Dubai, or his wife wants something like mega, maybe. I just think that he's blagged it that much. In America, nobody wants to see him, and I think this is the biggest money fight out there for him. I think it's the biggest money fight, and I think maybe he might think that he's seen my last performance. He might think, the time's right for I'm the right for the taking, maybe, but he'd be absolutely so wrong.
Good luck on the 19th, Kel.
Cheers.
Right, next we're going to go to Joey Mills, Betfred. Joey, there?
I am, yeah. Hi, Kel, how you doing?
Good, mate.
Yeah, good, thank you. So what's your mindset going into this fight? Do you see it more as just proving that you're a better boxer than Amir Khan, or is there something more personal than that?
I think... Sorry about that. Over there.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Cal.
Have you got me?
Not on video.
Someone tried to phone him. Let me just try and... Wait. I don't know what's happened here. Can you hear me?
We can hear. Can't see, but we can hear you.
I'm going to have to come back to that. Sorry, I lost myself. What was the question again? Sorry.
So your mindset going into the fight, are you looking at it as just proving you're a better boxer than Amir Khan, or is there something more personal at play for you?
I think that I just want to prove that I'm a better fighter than a better boxer, better fighter. More heart. I'm just an all-round, competitive fighter. And I just want to show him, because he is deluded. I want to show him that I'm the man. What I'm saying I am, and I want the fans to witness it and see it. And I obviously want to get them, a fabulous fight.
That's great. Thank you, Kel. Good luck in the fight.
Cheers.
Kel, do you want to try and fix that video just so...
So I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. It says start video with a cross through it. And when I click on it, it says you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. Okay. So
okay.
I'm just trying to think. Participants 31, maybe more. Have a look at that. It says meeting settings, maybe.
There you go. Can you do that now?
Where meeting settings, and then it says touch up.
Can you try start the video again? What you were doing before?
Right. Okay. Yeah,
There
that's
we go.
it. Yeah. We're back in business.
Right. So next we're going to go to Lohan Shaw.
Hi, Kel. So you were quoted recently as saying, I don't really think about losing, but if we have to bring that up, and even though I can't get that in my head that I am going to lose, but I would call it a draw. End of the boxing, gloves to be hung up. Does that takeaway reflect what the articles are saying, like you are hinting at retirement? Because it could easily be taken out of context. Is that what you were hinting at, or was that kind of taken out of context?
I think it was probably taken out of context. A fighter, who's used to winning, never has losing in the mind. I don't think for a second about losing this fight. Every single day I'm growing in confidence just with the results I'm getting. And what my coaches are saying, how I'm looking, and everyone around me got a smile on their face because they can feel and see the buzz and the excitement and the body taking shape, and coming back between rounds and not breathing. My fitness is coming there, and the sharpness, the accuracy, the speed, everything's coming. So, I'm not thinking about retirement. I'm thinking about Amir Khan on February 19th, and I'm thinking, I feel fantastic. I'm smiling. I'm happy. And that's what I'm thinking. The mojo's here again, and I'm really enjoying training. I'm really enjoying the training sessions, believe it or not, and they are brutal. I'm really enjoying, the recovery. I'm enjoying, the people around me. Everyone's in a good place because they're seeing me happy and they're seeing the results we're getting.
Right, next we're going to go to Josh Challies.
Hi, Kel, how are you doing?
Thanks.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So with the fight taking place in Manchester, sort of on Amir's home soil sort of thing, how do you think the crowd's going to affect the fight or affect your approach to it all?
I believe that, it's an open fight, and I don't know. It's like I've been in hostile crowd before. Many months ago, I went to Scotland to fight for the British title against Kevin McIntyre, and I think they all wanted to try and kill me, after I beat him. I don't know if you can remember that fight. So, I'm not too bothered as long if they're booing, if they're excited, they're still there. They're still going to see the fight. All I'm interested in is Amir Khan, who's going to be opposite me, and I'm not interested in if they boo me or if they cheer me. It's a fight end of the day, and it's me and him in there.
Thank you.
Keith Fraser.
Hi, Kel. Good to speak to you. Looking forward to the fight, but I wanted to ask you, many people for years have been saying you are probably best suited to light middleweight. And we all know that over the years, the shenanigans surrounding this fight have been around weight limits. Do you think that, obviously, weight could be a distinct advantage to Amir Khan in this fight? And also, when you consider this fight's been in the offing for years, we all like to see the best fighting the best when they are at their best. Is this fight really only about money?
Absolutely not for me. This is a fight that I've wanted for a long time, and it's for one reason or another. It's took this time for it to happen, but it's better late than never, as the teacher used to say to me when I used to be late for school. It's better late than never. And there's that much excitement in this fight. There's that much excitement for this fight, and regarding the weight, that's why that we took ourselves away from the festive season, Christmas, away from them, away from the celebrations and them rollers tins and them big Christmas dinners. We were out here, traveling the island on his bikes, doing 90 miles, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and my nutritionist Greg Marriott, he obviously knows my body. He knows exactly where we need to be regarding the weight, and I know that, that there's not going to be nothing past my lips what shouldn't be there, because obviously, again, it needs to be right, and everybody's happy where I am weight wise, and and it is what it is. The bottom line is I'm going to be in there 100%. Whatever weight is, my people have sorted that out. All I need to concentrate in is getting in there and being 100%, which I will be.
Best of luck for the fight, Kel.
Ron Lewis.
Kel, lovely to speak to you, mate. You've obviously been away to Fuerteventura a lot of times, over the years. Does this one feel different? You're sort of approaching the fight as this, win or lose, this might be your last big fight. Have you kind of been feeling those sort of emotions when you're out there?
No, I've not been feeling them emotions. It's strange, because I am getting older, and it should be getting harder. But I think with the experience, it's all in the mind, and I think that I'm really happy. I think probably the weight and the fitness and the guys around me are all happy, and it's a joy. It's a joy to be out here in the sunshine, away from the feeling cold where you are, and grafting, and working hard. It's good for my body, to be out here and be in the sun, and to get the heat behind me. It's been great. It's been great for me.
Excellent. Cool, Kel. See you when you're back, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cat Lucas.
Hi, Kel.
Hi.
Hi. Amir made a comment the other day talking about the lack of doping testing, and he said something like it would give me more peace of mind knowing it's a fair fight. What do you make of those comments, and I suppose why do you think he started saying that?
I don't know, but I can gain peace of mind because the last couple of days I've been tested 3 times. I've been tested 3 times from Bardo and UCAD. So, you know, I'm not the other end of the world in America. I'm 4 hours on a plane. You know, everybody knows where I am, and how to get me. I'm out in Fuerteventura. You know, so you know, I don't know. Obviously, I would have liked to have had more tests before. I see where it's coming from, but the bottom line is, you know, I've been tested and I'm available for testing at any given time.
Cool. Thanks, Kel.
Right, Ben Thompson again. Ben, you there?
Yeah. You know, I think I was there at that fight, and you know, he looked to me. You know, not that he looked to me. He quit in that fight. You know, he said that he got it low. You know, he quit. He quit in that fight. My thoughts of Terence, Crawford, and him working together. You know, I just think that, you know, Terence Crawford were telling him straight to his face that he quit. You know, his trainer were telling him that he would quit, and they were just giving him nothing but grief, you know, before and after the fight, and now that they're all pretending to be friends and everything, it's just, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, he's never worked with, you know, Terence Crawford's trainer. He doesn't know nothing about Amir Khan, about how he reacts in certain, you know, in training. He don't know when to lay off the gas, when to push him, you know. So if he thinks that's best for him, Amir Khan, then all good for him. But with my experience and my relationship with Dominic Ingle, who's basically brought me up from teething age, and knows just by one look in my eyes in training what I'm about. We've got that connection, you know, that we know each other inside out. So, you know, on that score, I think that, you know, if he, it is what it is, you know, that's his trainer. That's who's training him to prepare to fight me, you know, thinking that it's going to do something to me that, you know, that Terence Crawford beat me. You know, Terence Crawford beat me because his pound for pound number in the top 3 is such a gifted talent, you know, and it's nothing to do with the trainer, you know, because you can look at me, you can look at guys what I've been through the Ingle gym, what I've put probably as much work as me and not won a Central Area title. And then you get me who's gone in there and won a world title. So, you know, it's down to the talent, it's down to the man, it's down to the man, and that's what I said to that.
Right, let's go to Ben Davies.
Hi, Kel. I just wanted to quickly ask you, what I've seen comments saying that you're more dedicated than ever in training. I just wanted to ask you, what do you feel is the biggest change you've made since you kind of fought Spence and Golovkin?
I think just maturity and experience and trial and error in fights, and knowing my body, knowing myself, you know, the experience and just the mental approach, I think, has improved unbelievably. And, you know, I know what it takes. I know what it takes to be where I want to be. So it's more of a mental thing, you know, more of a mental thing that I've grown into, you know, how I am today.
Cool. Thanks, Kel. Good luck.
Hi, Kel. Lovely to see you. It's Gareth. If this is a quick fight and you get Amir out of there with very little damage and everything goes swimmingly for you, what are the chances that you might call out Conor Benn for a fight?
There's a great chance of it. There's a great chance of it. There is, you know, because what else would I be doing? You know, I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying it. I've not really been in them dog walls. You know, I've still got my faculties. I'm still sharp. Sorry about that. So, am I there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still sharp, and you know, who knows? You know, I'll probably sit down with my family and see. You know, because I have done it all, but what they know about me and what I know about myself is I love a challenge. I love it when Conor Benn, I love it when Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, all these fighters are saying that they're better than me. You know, because it don't register to me. I always, you know, I love that competitiveness. I love to go out there and to prove to the boxing fans what are so interested in the game, what love the game so much. You know, just another great fight. You know, and that I'm that guy. So, you know, who knows? You know, let's see what happens in this fight. But I'm definitely not ruling out that I'm gonna carry on.
Can I just add to that very quickly? Do you think if this fight goes beyond 4 rounds that it becomes your fight?
It goes before 4 or after 4. I think it's my fight. I really do. I really do. But that's why these questions are getting asked, because nobody's seen this fight yet. Everyone's so interested about the way the rounds, who's got what left, and that's why people are going to turn up and watch this fight, because nobody can. Everyone's so excited. Everyone's curious of how this fight's going to pan out, and I'm just excited because I know for myself or how I'm feeling, how I'm performing, and what I'm going to get back to the fans on February 19th.
Right, we're going to go to John Dennan. John, you there?
Yeah. Hi, Kel. How's it going?
Right.
Yeah. Can I ask a bit more about the weight and, you know, why you wanted this fight at 149 pounds and who you think that advantage is?
To be honest with you, you know, all this kind of, you know, I leave it to my management team. It's not something I really want to get involved with, to be honest, just talking about all these weights and stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. This fight's being made. You know, this fight's being made. You know, I've never ever missed weight in all my career. You know, I've never ever missed weight. I've never had to take the box shorts off. I've always made weight. And, you know, I don't really want to get into the weight situation. You know, my management team and my people have said that all I need to really concentrate on is being 100%, sticking to what I need to do. And at this current moment and all the way through up to this fight is going to be absolutely to a T bang on. And I'm going to be firing on every single one of my cylinders.
Excellent. Well, cheers, Kel. Best luck for the fight. Looking forward to it.
Right, we're going to go to Nick Purewell next. Nick, you there?
Yeah. Hi, Kel. So can I just say, so you trained on Christmas Day then, is that right? And then also just on Amir and the fight, the fact that the fight hasn't happened before, do you think that's because he was maybe scared's not the right word, but maybe he was aware of what would happen if you do fight? Because obviously, like you said, you're confident that you'll wrap this one up.
You know, who knows? I believe so. You know, I think in my own mind that he probably thinks that I'm not the fighter I was, and he thinks that I'm ready for the taking in his mind, which just makes me smile, like, because I know what I've got left. I know, and you know, I wouldn't want to be involved in a fight where, you know, all I'm going to be known as in this fight is the Amir Khan and Kel Brook fight. Forget what I've done before. You know, I won't sign up to this. Forget the money. I won't sign up for this fight if I thought for 1 second that I was going to go in just for money and lose this fight. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for me. So I really believe in my heart, and I know for a fact that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get him. I'm going to beat this man. I want it more than him. This is personal to me. I want this bad. You know, I'm not in here to make the numbers up. I'm in there to get this win. I'm in there to the ice on the cake for myself, to put it all at rest. This is the one for me. This is real.
Right, we're going to go to Sam Johnson now. Sam, you're on.
I didn't have a question. Don't worry, I didn't have my hand up, I don't think. So on to the next person, thanks.
Kel, you mentioned a few minutes ago a bit about your school days. Some people are arguing that Amir Khan's got better boxing skills than you, but what do you think the chances are of you actually taking Amir to school, outboxing him and winning the bout on points?
If it goes all the way, it goes all the way. But I've got a great boxing brain. I'm always setting traps. I'm always thinking my next move. I believe that I'm a better boxer than him. I do believe I'm a better boxer than him. So, I believe that whatever he brings there, that I'll have an answer for. I really do.
Right, Davinder Johal.
Hey, Kel.
Hey.
Just a quick question. Well, quick couple of questions from me. So first of all, you fought obviously Golovkin, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, and now you're fighting Amir Khan, and this is a grudge match. So is it a different mentality knowing it's a grudge match because you've been against, like, some consider the pound for pound number one in the world with Terence Crawford? So because you're going in with this I can't lose mentality, is it a different kind of mindset from you because you just don't like the bloke?
I just treat this like it's a world title fight for me. It's a big massive fight, because there's absolutely everything on the line for this fight. Bragging rights, and that's personal to me. Bragging rights for the year of me saying that I'm a better fighter, the year of him saying that I'm a lot lower level than him and he can beat me one hand. And I think that it's right up there. It's right up there with it. Up there with the best fighters, with the Porters, the Crawfords, these fighters, what you've mentioned. I'd have to put it up there in them same brackets just because of the fans and the attention what's around it and the needle what's involved with it. I think you've got to put it on that bracket.
And just very finally from me as well, can you see a world when you guys can actually shake hands and be friends? Do you think once it's all said and done? Or is it all animosity?
It's all animosity on my side, and I think it is from him. I think that there's no love lost. We don't like each other. When this isn't just a hype, but this is real. This is real as it comes. I don't like him. I don't like him. He doesn't like me, and I want to punch him hard.
Laurie.
Hi, Kel. Forgot to mention earlier, I'm the U.S. correspondent for Behind the Gloves. I wanted to ask you because this fight has been years in the making, and so the buildup hasn't really started with the promotion. It's really dating years back. So we're now 4 weeks away from your fight, exactly a month away. In Manchester. What's it going to mean for you if at the end of this fight, your hand is raised, your name is called?
Yes, I can't really put into words what it'll mean to me. It means everything because, this is all I've known, this sport. This is a sport I absolutely adore and love. It's a love here, but I do love the sport, and it's the thing what I'm so passionate about. And for the years and years of the build up and it not happening, and now it is happening, and everybody's split, And then finally, when the fight and the result is mine, the feeling is just going to be, is undescribable, basically. It's undescribable. It means everything to me, this one.
Jerry Mills?
So you were quoted as saying that Floyd Mayweather is looking at facing the winner of this fight. I was just wondering, how would you feel about potentially meeting Floyd Mayweather in the ring?
You know, it's massive. That people are saying he's the best ever. He's best in our era in the sport. Well, I think we all recognise that. And like I said, I'm in this sport. Before I tie them gloves up, I want to really see how good I am with the best out there, whoever the best is. And to find that from a 9-year-old kid who walked into the gym who didn't know his left foot from his right hand, who'd been everywhere with Brendan Ingle and for years of knowledge through the sport, and then finally getting to fight the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Some people said ever. It'd just be sort of real for me, or overwhelming. That I've come from a council estate area, walked into the Brendan Ingle gym when my dad took me, and just evolved into a fighter. What's matched with the best fighter in our era. It'd be it's can't really put into words, can you? Really, what to get to that level.
That's great. Thank you, Kel.
Right, so Owen Abbas Hussein, you're on mute, mate.
Mute. Still on mute.
Still on mute, mate. I think you might be having some technical issues. Okay, it's Robert Harding. You there?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, sorry about that. Kel, you're obviously in great condition already with just over 4.5 weeks out from the fight. Is there anything you can tell us about the sparring that you've done and who you've been sparring with, number of rounds, etc.?
Yeah, I think that I've been getting some. It's been great, from the start. I've been sparring with Bradley Ski. I've been sparring with a guy from Scotland, John Thane. I've been sparring an Olympian who's in Gran Canaria, who my old trainer brought over in Carlos is Hugo from Monaco, who was only 23-year-old, who's a very good talent. Who's been. Obviously, he was really high up, and we did really well in the Olympics. So he's got very fast hands. His tall, his ranging, his speed. And then this week I've been sparring with Troy Williams, and I think most of your guys will have seen his fight with Cheeseman. These guys. You'd probably want to pay to see our squad what we've been having this week. Believe you me. Because he's very heavy-handed, crash bang wallop. But like I said, I've had speed. I've also been involved in them. Someone coming forward who, like I said, his confidence is really high. Tries, and we're having really competitive sparring. So like I said, I'm doing unbelievable in sparring. Unbelievable in sparring, unbelievable in training. I'm very pleased with myself. I'm very pleased.
Good. That's the important thing. Stay healthy and good luck on the night. Cheers, Kel.
If anybody's got any more questions, we'll get the last few and just raise your hand so that we know that it's you that wants to ask a question.
All right, so let's try Owen again. Owen, you on the line?
Hi, Kel. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Kel, firstly, just want to talk about the ticket sales. Tickets flew, man. They went so quick, and there's a massive backlog of people waiting for possible tickets that might be thrown about. on that black grey market. But what do you make of ticket sales? Talk to me about them, because the hype is real.
Yeah, the hype is real, and it just puts a smile on my face that, you know, with it, I believe that if it's right me saying this, they were the fastest boxing show, maybe, I don't know if it's Manchester or in Britain, that it sold out in like 7 minutes flat, you know, quick time, you know, and even to this day, I'm still getting people pestering me about, can I get hold of any tickets, you know, but, you know, I just, obviously, I want to thank the new sheriff in town, Ben Shalon and Sky Sports, for obviously making this happen, and you know, and getting this fight across the line, because we've got the mega fight that we've all been wanting to see and me to do.
Just a final one for myself. Dev actually spoke about it just then, but you spoke about this being as big a fight as the big fights that you've had in your career. Well, in regards to satisfaction, if you beat Amir Khan in February, how close is it to that night in 2014 in Carson when you picked up that world title?
That's a good question. I think that, I don't know. I think it's obviously that when it's your first world title where you've gone across overseas to an America against a guy who they were saying that were the next Mike Tyson, you know, and beat him in his own backyard, and everybody, you know, didn't think that I had a prayer in that fight, winning it, and it being a close fight, you know, and still at the end of the fight not knowing, and then hearing and the new, you know, that feeling is going to live with her forever, and that is going to be hard to beat. But I'll tell you something, this win, this fight, I can feel it being close to it. I can feel it being close to it. Just even though that I know and believe that I'm going to beat him, you know, 100%, and I do for every fight, for both fight as well. But once the results there, and you know the rolling still in the ring and the sweat pouring off me, and I know that I've got the victory, like that feeling is just going to be like I'm in orbit.
Right, let's go to Sky's Adam Smith. Adam, you on the line?
Hi there, am I on mute or not?
You're live and kicking.
And now you're on mute.
Now you're on mute, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Here we go. How about that? Kel, good to see you. We've been obviously through many, many years of this and waiting for this moment. What I want to know is, obviously Brendan is not with us anymore, but he would have studied Amir and you developing into becoming world champions. What did he tell you about beating Amir Khan back then over the years?
You know, I think that, Adam, back then it weren't really, it was still talked about, but it wasn't as legit it is now, you know, so it weren't ever a sit down and looking me deep in the eyes and explain it like Naz when he was boxing Kevin Keller, when Naz when he was fighting, you name them fights, what he was involved with Brendan. It was more of Brendan just looking at me and just saying that, listen, Kel, what you've got to do is get in there and just be the best you can be. And when you're the best you can be, no man will beat you. No man will beat you. That's what he'll say. And obviously, I'd love him to be here and have the conversation about the preparation for this fight. But I'm sure that he'll be watching down on February 19th.
And are you pleased to be back with Dominic for this? Because surely that was the only way.
I am very pleased to be back with Dominic Kingill, because Dominic Kingill, you know, is seeing me and like you also, when I was a little whippersnapper in that gym, you know, 9-year-old, and he's seen me go up through the rankings, being there, winning the world title. And it means everything to me, but it's also going to mean everything to him. You know, I'm his boy, I'm his fighter. He's been through his ups and his downs with me, and it's going to be a great feeling looking over to him, you know, saying we've done it, Dom. You know, we've done it, and we've done it together.
Thanks, Kel.
Right, let's go to Nick Purewell.
Hi, Kel. Just like you said, you don't think that after when this is all said and done, you'd be able to sort of shake hands and put the animosity aside. I just wonder, from your side of things, is that because you don't think that Amir's been genuine about, about the problems that you've had, as between the two of you? Is that how you'd see it? You don't think he's been genuine about what's gone on over the years?
Yeah, I just think that he puts things out there in the media and he puts it all on me, and he knows, we both know that it's never been me, ever been me. But that's another story. All I'm excited and happy about that we are fighting each other. Forget being friends, forget all that. It's about giving back to the fans. They're gonna see a mega showdown. Because I know that he's training extremely hard. You know that I'm training extremely hard, and the ingredient as well. What you've got to put in there is just the years and the years and the spite between us and what it means to both of us. It means absolutely everything to him as well, and that just builds into a super fight. And there's one people benefiting there. What are not going to be in that ring, and that's the fans out there what are going to watch that fight, because there's definitely fireworks in this fight. Ain't no mistake.
Right, let's go to Alex Roberts.
Hi, Kel. Hope you're doing well, mate. Earlier this week, Eddie Hearn indicated that out of you and Amir Khan, you're probably better placed to actually continue your career beyond this fight. For you, is this about getting one over Amir, or proving you've still got what it takes to compete at the highest level?
Well, this is just to prove to Amir and to the world who are watching this fight that I'm the better fighter. That's why it's just another fight for me. That it's more than another fight, because it's personal, but it's just another fight that I'm going to be competing against, and I love a challenge. I love a challenge. And when I hear people on social media, messaging me saying that Khan's going to beat me, some say I'm going to win, and that's what put a smile on my face. So I know that everyone and their dogs super excited about it. Most of them can't split us, and I know I'll be able to just taste the atmosphere in there when everyone's gasping when that first bell goes.
Right, we're going to go to Ryan Elliott now. Ryan, you on the line?
Hi, Kel. Thanks for joining us. Just a quick question from me. Obviously, the news has just came out and started circulating about the rematch clause in place for this fight. Could you tell us a bit about that? Is it only in place for if you win this fight?
To be honest with you, I know that. I'll be honest with you, that I leave it to my manager, my dad, and to my team. All I'm interested in is this fight, and I do know that I do know that there's going to be a rematch in that. If Amir Khan wants that, wants another beatdown, he can have one.
Right, we'll just go to Jonathan.
Kel, you've told us a few times that you don't like Amir and you think that he doesn't like you. Can Amir gain your respect in the ring on the night?
That'll be down to him. We are deluded here. I don't know, but I'm sure that he will. I'm sure that he must do. He must do, because when he realizes what I'm about, when he's in that square circle with me, he's got to register. He's got to register that respect. He's gonna definitely have to give it, man.
Right, I think that wraps it. Thank you everyone for attending. Kel, thank you for taking the time out answering all the questions. I'm sure we'll get more opportunities to speak to you over the next few weeks. Have a good time in camp. Work hard, and we'll see you on Fight Night.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thanks.